Okay, so I'm um I keep getting this red and white color combination, okay, from my video that I did on automatic art. Well, that was part of the title. I can't remember the full title, but it had automatic art in the title. And what I was getting on that pathway in that fourth quadrant, where I'm talking about the automatic art, I kept getting this color combination of the red and white, like the barber's old-fashioned barber's thing that spins outside. I happen to be wearing my red and white. It's like a red nightgown with little white blossoms that look like strawberry blossoms. So I'm going on my walk. I do this little like 3 mile loop, and stop by the Dollar Tree, or there's a thrift store and different things, different little shopping areas. So after 3 days of being in bed and so tired, I finally uh, was able to go on a nice long walk like I like to do. So that was nice. So, um, and on the way there, I see this Mini Cooper that's usually parked at this place. So when I do my walk, I usually see it, but it's usually parked in the parking lot. So it's like somebody who works there or whatever, that's their car or whatever. But because it's like always there every time I go on that walk, and I've done that a lot, and I always see it there. But this time it was parked on the curb, on the sidewalk, facing me, and it's red with white stripes. And so when I get to the thrift store, there's this metal trivet, big shiny strawberry trivet, like for your pots and pans. Um, like when you have a hot pan and you want to put it on the table or something to protect the table from the heat. So this trivet was up on its side and shiny and huge and like staring right at me. Okay, so it reminded me of the dream that I had the other night. It might have been last night actually, um, where I just had this picture of this giant strawberry. Okay, it was just like a flash, and so like I remembered it when I woke up, but I didn't write it down. And so whenever that happens, I'll get some kind of synchronicity, or someone will say something or whatever that will trigger you to remember a part of your dream that was important, that the angels were trying to give you a message. So strawberry. Okay, so I was like, okay, now I need to look up strawberry, because I know, like, as a shaman, and everyone has these capabilities if you tune in. Um, Shamanism doesn't just involve animals or insects. It involves plants, um, the fruit, the blossom. Every different part of the plant has a meaning. Uh, so colors. There's lots of different. Pretty much every natural element on Earth. Um, that it all has an energy, and so shamans just pick up on the energy and the message that colors are trying to give to you, color combinations, a specific fruit. So the strawberry, I was just sitting with the energies first before I look it up like I usually do, just to intuitively get my own interpretation. And what I got was, because it's such a seasonal fruit, and kind of, it's pretty tender, you know. It's not like blackberries, that have a lot of seeds. Well, I mean, strawberries do too, but it's just, and their seed is on the outside, which is interesting. So it exposes its core. Okay, it expresses its truth. It just bears it out there for everyone to see. And I got that. I just got that right now. But when I was sitting with the energies, the strawberry, I was like, well, it's a seasonal fruit. It's pretty temperamental, like tender, like when it's, that's my son, if you can hear him. He's having fun jumping on the couch out there. Just had bath and everything. So when it's ripe, you need to eat it. Sorry, I'm just doing this with my phone to keep the light going, so it's not just like a black screen. So it's very much being in that, in the now energy, and appreciating the now moments, and that with, um, the death of a very important person in my life, even though I haven't spoken to him for, God, 20 years probably. Um, well, maybe a brief connection on Facebook a few years ago, but I'm off Facebook. I didn't, so, but anyway, it really had this being in the now moment. So enjoying the season, enjoying the now, and the fruitfulness of that. And then, so when I Googled strawberry, spiritual meaning of strawberry, that's what I typed in. Okay, so it says the strawberry is a berry that is attached to many positive things through symbolism and folklore. The flowers and berries together symbolize righteousness and spiritual merit in Christian art. The structure of the leaves, being trifoliate, represent the Trinity. Um, so this red and white color combination, the strawberry, um, and another color that was coming to me, I did a video, the one that has the Union building and the Mini Cooper in front of it. That Mini Cooper was like this golden flecked, like a chocolate color. And I saw another car on my walk that had that same color. And I got this little pearl necklace for a couple bucks at the thrift store that had, again, that same color, a very goldeny chocolate color. So I have yet to look that up. But so the strawberry, um, so the colors itself, okay, so it has like a golden center, okay, and then the blossom is white, and then the leaves are green, of course, but and then the fruit is red. So the green healing, the Trinity, okay, and then the center golden, that's the Christ again. The white is very pure, high spiritual color, very elevated as far as spiritual energy. The white is very pure, and it's one of non-influence. So that's why a lot of yogis will wear white or no cloth at all, because they don't want anything to influence their energies. So when you're of the highest white light, you are not influenced. You are one with source. And the red, so the red and the white is that elevated spirit, okay? And the red is the humanity, the blood flow, okay? So it's the unification of your spirit and your human body, your blood and your spirit. And so when I typed this in, interestingly enough, in Cornell University, that had a good explanation. It's one of the first ones that will come up. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through here to see. Okay, it's right after the Catholic one, I believe. Okay, so right here, BibleMeanings.info, www.BibleMeanings.info, spiritual meaning of fruit, Bible meanings. Okay. So it's talking about right here, fruit, okay, bearing the fruit, okay, that's biblical, very biblical, that term's used a lot in the Bible. So right here, okay, so that such fruit is no fruit, or that the work is dead, and that both fruit and root perish, is thus declared in Amos. So Amos 2:9, and 2 plus 9 is 11. And Amos is the name of my first love that Um, just passed, I just got that news today, and I had that dream about the strawberry last night, and the synchronicity with the strawberry today, and then the red and white kept coming to me. So, and then in the book of Amos, he's talking about the fruit. Um, I destroyed the Amorite before them, whose height was like the height of the cedars, and he was strong as the oaks, yet I destroyed his fruit from above and his roots from beneath. So the thing about bearing fruit, let me just put this down now. The thing about bearing fruit is being spiritual is giving back. You're not fully spiritual if you're not giving back in some way. You could be a homeless person on the street and help an old lady across the street or help her, with her groceries or something, and not ask for anything in return. Just, smiling at someone and telling them they're pretty, whatever. Just, it doesn't matter what it is as long as you're considering others and giving back. And you can't expect blessings and miracles from God and then not you can't just receive and let it stop there. You need to let it flow through you. You need to be a vessel for God. So receiving those blessings and then translating them out into the world in the way that you're able. So whether it's a YouTube channel or whatever it is, sending that information out through the web or the airwaves, with your art, making declarations, anything that you can do to give back energetically, spiritually, praying for someone. This is very important, and this is the message that I've been getting, that we have to find those ways to give back. We can't have excuses of, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. You have something, when your bread goes bad, you know what I do? I go to the park and I go feed it to the birds. I go toss it over the fence where the little creek is, so it's grassy on the side, or it won't get wet, but then no one will, kick it around or whatever. So they have their little pile of bread every once in a while. So, instead of just like, oh, I don't want this, I want to get rid of it. Have the energy of, how can I repurpose this so that it can help benefit someone else? Not just like giving all your old junk to the thrift store because you just want to get rid of it. Just, we have to have the mindset of giving back and contributing, even if we're sick, even if we're poor, even if we feel alone and down and out, we can do something. There's always something we can do to give back. And I say do, because it's about doing. That's the giving. So I just wanted to share that with all of you, and I tried to make it short, but it's like 13 minutes. Okay, so that's that for that one. And I love you all so much. Blessings to you all. And if you love someone, tell them. All right? I love all of you. Blessings. Good night.